EA Sports coverage of the NFL on this fine afternoon brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
On the ready. 57's Mike.
Crunch time, defense.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play.
Bye.
Here we go. Here we go. 57. Hey, Lobo. Not today, you aren't. Not today. Hayward. 57.
From the 29, Jackson steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. Third down here.
Mark Andrews, incomplete. Malcolm Jenkins on the coverage.
Set. 70 ending. You better squeeze. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guy. Will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, partner, this is where I need the color commentator. I'm not sure what to say about that one.
Yeah, you and me both, my man. Let's just let that one go and move on.
Deal. Why we saw that field goal try a moment ago, I'll never understand. But as a result, this offense, they've got to be pumped. 1st and 10 in striking position already. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
48 Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh. Mike, 48. Mike, 48. Time to go. Nice.
Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to strike it. Yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. As is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And this will remain a scoreless game. I guess I got to hand it to him. That was, that was ambitious.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Why we saw that field goal try a moment ago, I'll never understand. But as a result, this offense, they've got to be pumped. 1st and 10 in striking. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive.
Let's go.
Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Breaking the huddle, first and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
They can't hold me, coach.
Lamar Jackson with his. I don't know that he envisioned doing it in the first quarter.
He probably did. I'm not sure we did,
yeah.
right? Because all the great ones, that's what they do. They dream about it, right? They think about it. They envision it. They think it's going to happen and almost will themselves into it. I just look at what he's done so far and just wonder what's left to come. Let's sit back and enjoy this one.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he does have a good leg, I'll give him that, but not that good.
Not by a long shot.
Why we saw that field goal try a moment ago, I'll never understand. But as a result, this offense, they've got to be pumped. 1st and 10 in striking position already. Jackson from the shotgun. And now he'll tuck it and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Second down. Jackson flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
That's it, huh?
Lamar
Good work, boy.
Jackson doing
Let's
it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter as the Ravens push further out in front. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Say, ram.
Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And this passing game's hold on.
'81. My five. I'm coming, baby.
On play action, Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. The Mike. 6 to Pittsburgh. The Mike. Rabbit. Action. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Rip right.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50-plus. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from
field goals from some of the distances that this guy makes them from.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Alert, we're good. Alert 3. Sponge.
They'll begin the drive with a Jai. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Here we go.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Wentz now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They fake the give. Now Wentz rolling to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a third down and long coming up.
Mike 5, Mike 5. Oh, get him, get him, get him.
Wentz now to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready. 18 Gator. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Oh,
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Okay, 51, right, 51. Who there?
This time Jackson will throw it out to his left. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Yeah, baby.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 4.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. That'll bring up second down.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Let's 5-7. Five's the mic. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike 5. Mike 5. Hey, smoke. Coming. 5's the mic.
Here's Wentz to throw. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll run on first down. Hunt stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
On second down, it's Hunt. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
That's it, baby.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And Hunt is not going to get there.
How many times do we hear from coaches, get north and south as a runner, especially in short yardage situations? I'd say 3rd and 1 counts. That didn't happen there.
Instead, they went backwards. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. Interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 5. All day. Mike 5. Mike 5. Mike 5.
You gonna see it?
Wentz gonna throw. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Sunday.
Five's the mic. Five's the mic. I know he ain't got it.
Hey, 74.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Man 5-7.
Five's the mic. Five's the mic.
Let's get it together. Buzz.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And he's got room. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
51's the mic, boys. 51. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Let's go. Mike.
Here's Jackson throwing again. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
I
Hey, wahoo!
5, Mike 5.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Mike 5, Mike 5. Let's go tight end. Let's go right here now.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Porky, 82, Porky.
5, Mike 5, Mike 5.
So don't say nothing. Hey, Haywood. Here, sit.
5's the mic. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here we go. 180.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
Here, sit.
Motion.
Hey, ram.
Check 49.
On 1st down, Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end.
Here, sit.
Key to tight end. 3 down. Mike 5.
Throwing now is Wentz. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. They find some open field here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. And another example right there, Charles. McCoy is good getting the ball handed to him. He's also dangerous in the passing game.
You put him in space, and you've got trouble as a defense, and they organize that one very well because, you know, the screen game, when you're deceptive out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We call that a sack.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Play that tight D. This 5-7.
You got tight.
Now Wentz.
You got tight right there.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 5.
Hey, kill. Hey, 4 Tokyo. Look at that.
To throw is Wentz. Ertz over the middle. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row, we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
You gonna get this, boys?
They'll keep it on the ground again here. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a play fake. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. The Raven offense